Episode 27, submitted by Bo, Muskegon, Michigan. 41, read exactly as submitted. I learned to swim in an inland lake outside Cadillac, Michigan, the summer I turned 5. For about 35 years, that was the best story I had. There was an orange life jacket on our dock, the old keyhole kind, sun-bleached almost white across the shoulders, with the strap that buckles up between your legs. It hung on the post at the end, by the ladder. It hung there all summer, every summer, and it dried so stiff in the heat that the buckle would burn your knuckles. My dad's method was the rowboat. Aluminum, green inside, loud as a dropped pan. He'd take me out past the swim rope, the white floats, strung between 2 anchors so the boats stay clear of the kids, and then out past the buoys, and he'd help me over the side into the water. Then he'd row off about 30 feet and lay the oars across his knees and wait. He never said much. He'd just be sitting on the other side of that water, close enough that I could see his face, and I would swim to him. That was the whole thing. I'd get there, and he'd haul me in by the back of my shirt and say, "There you go," and row us home. The first time, I went under. I remember the color of it better than the fear. Green-brown with the light coming through in bars. I remember coming up and him being exactly where he had been. Not standing, not shouting, sitting. I want to say plainly that I have never once believed my father wanted to hurt me. I still won't put that word anywhere near him. He came to everything. He drove 11 hours each way for my wedding. He was not that man. By 6, I could swim better than any kid at the town beach. At day camp, they made us do the deep water test. Tread for a minute, then the length of the roped section. And I did it twice, because the counselor was sure I'd cut the corner the first time. Grown men would ask my dad who taught me. He'd shrug and say the lake did. I've told that at bars, at work, at his funeral in 2019. It always lands. Guys my age love it. Nobody raises a kid like that anymore. Then last 4th of July, a cookout at my brother-in-law's. I did the whole routine, hands and all. Got the laugh. And later, I'm standing at the cooler with a woman I'd been introduced to an hour before. "Kim," she said, "how old were you the first time?" I said 5, 4 maybe, that first summer. And she didn't say anything back. She stood there holding a can of Faygo, and her chin went, and she looked out at the yard where all the kids were, and after a while she said, "Okay." Then she went inside. That's it. She never brought it up again, and I have thought about those 10 seconds nearly every day since. The part I keep landing on isn't her face. It's that she asked me one question and I answered it happily. Because here is what I did with the rest of that night. I lay there and went through it all again from the outside, and I got to the life jacket. It was on the dock. It was always on the dock. It was never once in the boat. Not on me, not under the seat, not tossed in after me. My father carried oars and a coffee can of bait down to that boat 1,000 times, and he never carried the jacket. 41 years old, lying in a guest room in the dark, and that was the first time it occurred to me to wonder where it was. I have a son. He turned 6 in April. We rent a place on a different lake now, up near Baldwin, and he's a decent little swimmer already, and he is not afraid of one thing in this world. And I have said the words, "The lake will teach him," out loud to my wife, in that same shrug. His jacket is blue. It has a whistle on it. It's hanging on the post at the end of our dock. I put it there myself this morning, before he was up, and I did not think about it one time.